Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're joining me today for Family Matters, Episode 2. Today, we're diving into something that literally touches every single one of us, no matter who we are or where we come from. We're looking at the true architecture of a happy home, based on some really profound insights from our source material. We're going to break down exactly what it takes to build a lasting, resilient, and joyful family. I love analyzing topics like this because the takeaways are just so incredibly actionable. So let's jump right into it and uncover this foundation together.
So, I want to start by asking you something directly. Have you ever actually stopped and wondered what truly makes a family happy? I mean, really take a second to think about it. It's a question we all wrestle with at some point, whether we're just starting out on our own, building a brand new family, or just kind of reflecting on the one we grew up in. All right, let's dive into this contrast because it's a big one. On one side of things, society is constantly feeding us these superficial markers of success. We're told that a beautiful house, expensive cars, or, a massive bank balance are the ultimate goals. But look at the other side. This explainer highlights what the source defines as true relational wealth, the warmth of love, the strength of respect, and the absolute peace of a united family. And sure, while material things definitely bring us comfort, they can never, ever replace those core relational pillars.
Because, as our source material puts it, and I really want to emphasize this, the greatest wealth in life is the people who stand beside us through every joy and every single hardship. True wealth just isn't measured by what we own. A family that's built on strong underlying values becomes this enduring source of strength, hope, and happiness that literally echoes for generations. You just can't buy that kind of foundation. Moving into our first major theme from the text, the modern family disconnect. In today's hyper-fast world, it's so easy for families to just quietly drift apart. We spend countless hours glued to our mobile phones, scrolling through social media or just buried in our work. And the text points out this profound irony. We often know the intricate details of a celebrity's life, but sometimes we don't even know what our own parents are going through. It's crazy, right? We get so incredibly busy building our own future that we forget the very people who sacrifice their dreams to build ours. And honestly, that brings us right to our core definition of family values. With all these modern distractions pulling us in a million different directions, these values act as our crucial reminders. They remind us that relationships don't just magically happen. They actively need time, care, patience, and love to grow stronger. That is exactly why family values are more vital today than they have ever been. They are our anchor in all the noise. Which leads us to the next part of the source material: small habits, lasting trust. So the crucial point here is how we actually lay down that unshakable foundation day to day. The text lays out 5 simple, everyday habits. Number 1, speak respectfully. 2, listen carefully, and I mean really actively listening. 3, eat meals together whenever you possibly can. 4, help each other out without having to be asked. And 5, actively express gratitude. The source identifies these exact steps not as massive, overwhelming tasks, but as the daily building blocks that create a lifetime of deep trust. It's genuinely amazing when you think about it. A simple thank you or taking 10 seconds to look someone in the eye and say, "Hey, how are you today?" can completely change the trajectory of their day. These seemingly ordinary, fleeting moments are exactly what make our family members feel deeply loved and appreciated. They might not seem like big events in the moment, but the text points out that these are the exact memories we end up treasuring forever. Okay, zooming out a bit, let's look at the generational life cycle. Notice the balance we've got here. On one side, you have the parents. Their greatest responsibility isn't just providing basic necessities like food or education, it is actively teaching those character-shaping values we just talked about. But on the flip side, children have this overlapping responsibility to respect their parents, appreciate those massive sacrifices, and to never take that love for granted. It's this beautiful reciprocal system that keeps the whole family ecosystem healthy across decades. This is such a powerful statement from the text. Children learn way more from what they see than from what they hear. You can lecture all day long, but if kids grow up in a home where they actively see kindness, honesty, and patience being modeled, they just absorb it into their core. Every generation learns from the one right before it, and that is exactly how strong families build much stronger communities. Now, let's be real for a second and dive into navigating family imperfections. Because actually, no family is perfect. Every single home experiences disagreements and emotional challenges. But this brilliantly illustrates what makes a family truly strong. Notice the contrast here. When faced with inevitable challenges, we can default to anger, hurtful words, and walking away.
Or we can actively choose forgiveness, kind words, and standing beside one another. This is what love and respect actually look like in action during those tough times. Moving on to something deeply important in the text, the gift of time, caring for aging parents. This is perhaps one of the most poignant life cycle shifts we will all experience. Think about the past for a minute. It was their hands that held us when we learned to walk. It was them staying awake at all hours of the night when we were sick. But in the present, that role naturally begins to reverse. The people who took care of us now need our support. They deeply deserve our care, our dignity, and our absolute respect in their later years. So how do we practically show up for them? The text suggests some very specific, grounding acts of love to make aging parents feel cherished. It means spending real time with them, listening to their stories, yes, even the ones you've heard a dozen times before, taking them to their medical appointments, and just helping with routine daily tasks. These are profound, beautiful acts of love. I really want this quote from the explainer to just sink in. The greatest gift we can give our parents is not money, it is our time, our respect, and our presence. That is the absolute emotional core of what we're talking about today. It is entirely about your presence, not your presence. Let's move to how this builds into a daily practice with the nightly reflection. I want to pose this first question directly to you to think about tonight. Ask yourself, did I make my parents smile today? Or, if you have your own family, did I make my spouse or my children smile today? Just take a second for some immediate internal reflection on that. It's such a simple but powerful bar to measure your day against. Here is the second question for that nightly routine. Did I spend quality time with my family? We are all so easily swept up in the rushing current of our busy lives, and we always think there will be more time. But the text offers this vital reminder. Never wait until someone is gone to realize how precious they were. Go out of your way to create memories today. Share some laughter today. And the final reflection question, did I speak with kindness and respect? Now listen, if your answer to any of these questions is no, please do not be discouraged. The incredibly optimistic message embedded in this routine is that tomorrow is always another opportunity to do better. You can literally wake up tomorrow and choose to embody those values all over again. So as we wrap up our analysis of this material, let's summarize the main takeaway. A happy family is not built in a single day. It is built brick by brick through countless acts of love, respect, honesty, forgiveness, and responsibility. And when we fiercely protect these values, we are doing so much more than just creating a peaceful home for ourselves. We're actively creating a better future for our children, and ultimately a much kinder society. Let us choose love over pride, kindness over anger, and unity over division. Because at the very end of our lives, people aren't going to remember how much money we earned or what kind of car we drove. They will remember the love we shared, the values we lived by, and the family we cherished. So I leave you with this final thought. When you walk through your front door tonight, what specific memory are you going to actively choose to build? Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Family Matters to explore this explainer. I hope it leaves you inspired to go build an even stronger, happier home. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you on the next one.